Our first game, big game, man, right there in my house stadium. You got the Buffalo Bills coming off a nice win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which we called correctly. Going to Denver to see if they can keep the Josh Allen miracle train alive. No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Jackson. He's got a clear shot to the Super Bowl. This is his shot because those teams should be in competition next year. Denver has a great home record, 8-1, pretty good defense. But here's the kicker about their defense. They don't do good against dynamic passing attacks. What I mean by dynamic passing attacks, a quarterback who's a little bit mobile, who likes to spread the ball around, they kind of give up a lot of numbers. So just listen to this. Against Trevor Lawrence, they gave up 79 yards and 3 touchdowns. Against Jordan Love, who passes the ball around a lot, they gave up 276 yards and 1 touchdown. Or we can go back to Marcus Mariota. Even though this game went into overtime and he threw 50 times, he still threw for 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you go to that one game, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, 276 yards, 1 touchdown. We'll keep going here. I think that's maybe it. No, maybe let's look at the Giants. Giants, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns. Right. So when you look at the way the Bills are playing right now, they are spreading the ball around a lot. They don't have like a really one go-to wide receiver. Now Shakira is his kind of go-to guy, but Brandon Cooks has been coming on, and we'll talk about him in a second as well. So, oh yeah, make sure you're looking down at below the language that I'm be using, just so you know. You know how YouTube kind of tried to ban us for how we used to talk before, so had to switch it up a little bit. But I think these shows will be more as memberships when we're talking about how we want to go about looking at the plays of each game for next year. So make sure you become a member. Go to YouTube, hit the join button, jump on the money train. There's some cool, really caveats to those things. You can even come on live with me and on the Victory Monday show to come talk some sports and some Eagles with us. But back to this, I think that's really telling. And I think Josh Allen is starting to heat up. The last 2 games he's thrown five. I'm sorry, he has 5 total touchdowns in the last 2 games. One running, two. I'm sorry, one passing, 2 running in the last 2 games, and he's also thrown for over 250 yards in each of the last 2 games. I think he hits this number again. I absolutely love this number going over the water in his player passing prop. If you like it just at the normal, at going on the wrong game, I think it was like 210, which I think is super low for somebody of his caliber. So yeah, 210. I like the 250. It's plus 249. Oh, Jesus. Because listen to the game flow. Even if he's losing, he's got to pass. And even if they're winning, he's got to pass. I love James Cook. I think he lead the league in rushing. He might have. I think he led the lead in rushing yards. He's. I don't think that they're going to run their way to win this game. I think they win on Allen. I think they win on his arm. And I think he has a really good game. I do like Buffalo in this game. I do have a future bet of Buffalo making no, I'm sorry. I take that back. That was another bet I had that I think lost. But I like Buffalo in this game. I think Buffalo goes to Denver and gets it done. You can even take Buffalo and the Josh Allen as a two-leg multi-game play, or you can just do it one or the other, however you like it. But for this one, that is one play, and then I got a bonus play. We talked about Brandon Cooks, and we talked about how Brandon Cooks has started to kind of come on for them. I think that you can make a good case that Brandon Cooks goes over because I think they'll put what's his name, Shertain on Shakir and have somebody else beat them. So I like the over with Brandon Cooks in his receiving yards, and I like the over on his longest reception. I think 16 and a half is too low for him. The last two games, he's averaged over a 30-yard bomb. I think they take their shots. I think Brandon Cooks has always been a great deep threat. And I think that with Josh Allen's arm, you're going to see that. It wouldn't surprise me if Brandon Cooks have over 100 yards in this game. Like, it wouldn't. Jesus, plus 1,500. Let's just look at that real quick. Let's do this live. How many 100-yard receivers has. So they didn't give nothing against the Chargers. The Chiefs, they faced a nobody. Did they give up a 100-yard guy in Jacksonville? They did. They gave up one to Parker Washington in Jacksonville, who's a burner too, right? A deep threat. What about the Packers? They didn't give up one to the Packers. You would think Watson would have been one of those guys. Raiders, not really. What about the Commanders? Zach Ertz, Scary Terry almost had one, but Zach Ertz went over 100 yards. Kelsey had 9 catches for 91 yards. Looks like they had problems with tight ends too. Well, Bowers didn't really do much there. Let's see. What about against the Texans? Schultz had 6 catches for 77 yards. So it looks like tight ends give them a little bit of problems too. What about against the Cowboys? Pickens just had 7 catches, 78 yards. So going all the way back, I'll bring the Giants. Wendell Robinson had 6 catches for 98 yards. Their tight end, Daniel Bellinger, had 3 catches for 88 yards. Yeah, man. So it just kind of goes with what I was saying about taking over that number for Josh Allen. I think he throws for a lot of yards here. I think he throws for over at least 250 yards. I think that's a great play. I mean, shit, even Jalen Hurts had 280 yards against the Denver Broncos. And Smitty had a 100-yard game too. Poof. I think I might throw something on that Shakir over 100 yards. I mean, not Shakir. I'm sorry, Brandon Cooks. That's just wild to me. Brandon Cooks right now is plus 1,500. I said that means that for every unit, you would win $1,500.